All right, for those of you who want my royal icing recipe that I use, this is that recipe for you guys. So we're gonna use meringue powder. This is just, I've always used this one for years and years and years, and so I'm always nervous to try new ones. So this one works for me, and that's what I just keep using. So we're gonna do 5 tablespoons of this in a bowl. All right, and then we are going to take 3/4 cup warm water, dump that in there, and then take a whisk, and we're going to just mix it together. I don't like to over mix it because I feel like that gives me a lot of bubbles, so I just like to mix it together just until it's incorporated. All right, now we are going to add 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. And mix that up. Just like that. Then we take the powdered sugar. This is 2 1/4 pound powdered sugar here. We're going to add that to the mixture. And let me get my mixer. Now we're going to turn it on in the mixer. And I use the paddle attachment just because I feel like that doesn't give me as many bubbles. And we're going to turn it on. And we just let this mix for about 8 minutes until it gets stiff peaks, and I'll show you what that is. But as you can see, it's starting to come together here, and you'll see it changing consistency. So we're just going to mix it together on low. My cookies have almond extract in them, and so I add, I don't know if you can see that. I add almond extract in. I put about a teaspoon. If you don't like the taste of almond, you can use vanilla, but make sure to use clear vanilla flavoring just so it doesn't color your icing. So we just let it mix, and you can see it already changed. Consistency kind of. Just for fast purposes, I pre-mixed another batch up already, just so we can see what that looks like. Because now we're going to add the corn syrup, and you can see how it has gotten super, super thick. We call this stiff peaks. Very thick. I did make a double batch in this one, so it looks like quite a bit more, but it's the same thing here. So now that it's thick, now we're going to add the corn syrup. And I just add 1 tablespoon corn syrup here. I feel like this helps with my shine of the cookie, and it also, I feel like the raw icing doesn't get as rock hard. It still gets hard, but I just feel like it doesn't get as rock hard as it does without it. So now we put that in, and we're gonna mix it for about 1 minute. We don't want to over mix it just because that is putting more air bubbles into the icing. Just mix it up. That should be good. All right, so this is what we end up with. And this is a good base to use, whether you're gonna be piping it on. I like dipping. That's what I'm making this for. But this is the point then where you would just start adding your water to thin it out to whatever consistency you need it to be. And that's my royal icing. It is a pretty basic recipe, but this is just what works for me. I've been using it for years and years, and I love it. So this works perfect for me. And there you go. That's my royal icing recipe.